can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like me. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn 8 stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. I'm so outspoken.
Welcome into the WAG show. This is episode 53. I am your host, Ben Hostler. It is, Wednesday, April 26th. We are here to talk about today's best bets. First and foremost, if you guys are joining in, first bet of the day for me is Manchester City on the money line. The game's already started, but you still should be able to bet it. Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, it's I got it at minus 150. It's minus 190 now, but maybe look to bet their goals or something instead. But I like Manchester City here in this game going on. So that's my first bet of the day. So if you guys are not watching this on delay and you're watching it live, you can hop in on the Manchester City train with me because I think they're going to win this game at home. So we'll talk a little bit about yesterday. Trae Young, unbelievable performance. I gave the Hawks 0 chance in that game. And look, Trae Young, I feel like in the grand scheme of the NBA is maybe a little bit overrated. Or maybe he's not anymore, but I think he was. Like I don't think there's any way where you could spin a Luka for Trae Young trade as an even trade. I think Dallas clearly wins that trade. But I will say Trae Young has multiple times in his career already performed at a high level in the playoffs. If you think back to what he did against the Knicks on the road, and then what he did last night on the road in Boston, I mean, that's not easy to do. So definitely got to give Trae Young his credit. I didn't give the Hawks any chance to win that game. All the games were good last night. I wanted to do a teaser with the underdogs. All the dogs covered, but I was going to do a teaser with them. I didn't end up doing it. Wish I would have. That would have been free money. I am going to do an NBA teaser tonight for a little double up. I'm going to give that out. But if you guys are joining in, Manchester City money line, or you could take, I guess, maybe their goals, because I got the money line at way better odds. But I think Manchester City is going to win this game. So if you want a little midday sweat, you can get in on this Man City. 4 games in a week, night's crazy. I completely agree. Luckily, I mean, I don't have to do anything other than like watch these games and talk and bet on them. But for the average person, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I'm assuming that there's 2 early ones and 2 late ones. I think Cavs and Knicks, and then look at that, Manchester City score. What did I tell you guys? Manchester City money line. You had about 3 minutes to get that in. They just scored. But Cavs and Knicks, I'm assuming is early, and then the Lakers, Grizzlies, and those other 2 are later. FanDuel boosts Man City money line, both teams to score. Maybe both teams to score will sell that. But Manchester City's definitely winning. They've been red hot. They're at home. Definitely think they win. But regardless, so I have an NBA teaser I'm going to give out. We'll talk a little bit about those games, and then we'll look at the MLB slate. There's actually nothing crazy. I only gave out one MLB bet today, and it was for an earlier game. I really don't like. We'll take a look. I think there's a couple underdogs we could take a shot on, but I don't love anything on baseball. So this might be a quicker stream. We'll talk a little bit about basketball, and we'll get out of here. I also have a proclamation to make. So if you guys are, before we pull up. I'll pull up the trends tool here first so you guys can just take a look. But you can access this for free every single day at betkarma.com. Click live trends. I have a proclamation to make, and it's that I'm telling you guys right now in April, for the last few years in the NFL, the gritty has kind of been like, that's the selly that everyone does. I'm not saying it's Justin Jefferson created it, but he's the one that obviously kind of popularized it, and it's kind of taken off. A lot of the LSU guys really, because I think it hails from Louisiana, but that was kind of the thing for the last years. This dance that Dylan Brooks kind of took from Antonio Brown and like made it his own. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's all over TikTok. This is going to be, I'm just proclaiming right now on April 26th that Dylan Brooks / Antonio Brown dance, that's what everyone in the NFL is going to be doing this year. So just remember, I told you that's the dance everyone will be doing in football season this year. We also have draft tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to talk a little NFL draft props maybe. Typically I'm all in on draft research. I just haven't I've been doing more work for the subscribers in terms of the other sports and stuff this year. So I just haven't had time, but I'm going to dive into it all night tonight and then tomorrow. And we're going to see, if there's some value for some draft props tomorrow. We'll definitely be talking about that for sure. Is it in Ohio? What's in Ohio? I don't know what you're asking about. All right. So if you guys can see this on the screen, Knicks Cavs, first game here. Definitely some money coming in on the Cavs. The draft, I don't think, no, it was in Cleveland like 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. I don't know if that was 2 or 3. Maybe 2. I actually don't know where it is, to be honest with you. I know it was in Nashville one year. It was in Vegas. It was in Cleveland. I don't know. Let's find out. I'm going to look it up. Should I know where it's at? Oh, it's in Kansas City. There we go. I don't know if I should have known where that's at or not. I know about the players. I don't really care where the draft's at. So there's definitely draft props to look at tomorrow because I think stuff's going to get dicey. I think it's crazy. I've seen some mock drafts where people have CJ Stroud falling outside the top 12. I don't think there's any way that happens. I don't care what he scored on whatever test they're talking about. I don't think there's any way he falls that far. No way. Bryce Young, I mean, I've said this for the last 2 years that Bryce Young is the best quarterback in this class. He's going to go number 1 for sure. I do not for a second believe this smoke screen that Will Levis is going first. Absolutely no way. I think Bryce Young is going first, and then it's going to get dicey. But I think there'll probably be some value even still. A lot of those props get steamed by now because people have been betting on them for the last month. But we'll still find some stuff to bet on. In terms of NBA, though, there's money coming out on Cavs. So the Knicks are the popular pick here, but the line really hasn't moved. And I think it's telling. I understand it's in Cleveland, but the Cavs are still 5.5-point favorites. So I think the Cavs win this game at home tonight, and I think they get back to New York. Whether or not they win in MSG and extend it to 7, I think that might be unlikely. I have no idea, but I do think they win this game tonight and they continue the series. So you guys can agree or disagree, but we're going to be putting Cavs in the teaser. We're going 7-point teaser today. I'll give out the other 2 teams here in a minute. Lakers, Grizzlies, definitely money coming in on the Grizzlies. Only 30% of the bets are on Grizzlies money line, but almost 50% of the money. So there's some big money on the Grizzlies tonight. I do think that the Grizzlies win at home here. They've been a terrible road team, much like the Golden State Warriors. They've been a terrible road team, but they're very good at home. And I think that they extend this, they get this back to LA. LeBron and the Lakers will move on back home in LA in game 6. So I do think the Grizzlies win here. Grizzlies are going in the teaser. I believe the under is hitting all games. Yeah, the one game, I think it was game 3. The under was like 213.5. That was free money to go under on that. And we talked about it on the stream, I remember, but that was literally free. I don't even think they hit 190 points. The Cavs just haven't been making shots. If they make shots, I feel like the scoring, that will help them. Like the efficiency of them making shots should correct, and that will help the scoring. But I don't know. The Knicks have played them so well defensively. They've just clogged the paint. Mitchell cannot drive in. And like I said on the stream 2 days ago when we talked about it, the Knicks are completely fine just packing the paint and letting Isaac Okoro and Jetty Osman and these guys shoot open threes. And they haven't been making them, so that's been working out perfectly for the Knicks. And can you really expect them to make those consistently? No. But if they're going to make them, it's going to come at home. So that's why I like the Cavs tonight. Grizzlies, I think Grizzlies move on. We go to game 6 over there. Heat, Bucks. Okay, I clearly was wrong about this the other day because I said there's no way that the Bucks were going down 3-1. And now they're done 3-1 because Jimmy Butler put on one of the greatest playoff performances I've ever watched. So I think, again, there's no way the Bucks lose 4-1. There's just no way. They're winning this game tonight. What happens in Miami, we'll see. Miami's favored to win the series now in Vegas. We'll see what happens, but Milwaukee's winning this game tonight. That being said, I don't like this too big of a spread, 10.5. They're not going in the teaser. You could tease the Heat if you wanted to 17.5, but or 19.5, whatever it would be. But I'm just leaving that out. Sprinkle on the Heat money line. God, I don't know. I mean, I guess these playoffs have been crazy, so I can't really count that out. But I find it really hard to believe that the Bucks don't win this game. Like there's no way, right? Warriors, Kings. Warriors favored here. De'Aaron Fox is going to play. So that news that came out on like Monday when they're like, oh, De'Aaron Fox is going to miss this game. That's fake. He did dislocate his finger, but he's playing in the game tonight. He went through shoot around. All good. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Warriors have been so bad on the road, but I still like the Warriors are the better team, in my opinion. I've said that from the start. I think that they're going to win the series still. They're still like minus 240 to win the series. And I think they're the better team. When I think back at those games 1 and 2, now the Kings almost won that last game, to go up 3-1. That's a fact. But they only almost won that game because Steph Curry, for some reason, went Chris Webber and tried to call a timeout when they didn't have one. And it cost them like 5 points. So, that is not going to happen again. Take that out of the picture. It's 2-2. Think back to those first games. In game 1, the Warriors, Steph Curry did not shoot well from 3, and they still had a wide open Andrew Wiggins 3 to win the game at the end. He just missed the shot. And then think back to game 2, very, very close game, and then there's like 6 minutes left. They kick Draymond out. Once they kick Draymond out of the game, the game's over, and the Kings were going to win. So we really don't know what happened. But they've been both close games in Sacramento. The Warriors have had chances to win. I think they're going to win this game tonight, but we're going to put them in the teaser. So the official 1-unit play is a double up, 7-point teaser for NBA. It works out to Cavs plus 1.5, Grizzlies plus 3, and Warriors plus 5.5. That's the teaser. Plus 110, double your money. Get in, get out, and don't even have to sweat this Bucks Heat game. That's what I'm going with on NBA tonight. In terms of props, there was one that stuck out to me. Let's pull up the predictor here. There was one that stuck out to me. Max Strus. I will never bet on Max Strus again. I'm not even someone that puts people on like lists theoretically, but I will never bet on that guy again. Bum. Evan Mobley ? That wasn't the one that stuck out to me. The predictor likes Evan Mobley again today, but I don't know. I don't know what to make of him. I think that I mean he's played very well defensively. Julius Randle has done literally nothing the whole series. He's done very well defensively. He's done fine outside of game one. I think he's been fine. He still hasn't really scored the ball, but it's not a matchup for him to really be looking to score a lot, I think, against those bigs. So I think he's played fine. He definitely got a waking call that first game. The Cavs got bullied in game one. But after that, he's played pretty well, and he's done a very, very good job on Julius Randle. Julius Randle's been a non-factor in this series. It's pretty crazy to me that the Knicks are up 3-1, and Julius Randle's been a non-factor in the series. He played fine in game one. He hit some threes, but it's pretty crazy. Duncan's a sniper. Yeah, Duncan Robinson. I mean, he's done this before. If you think back to when the Heat went to the finals, you know, that's what Duncan Robinson was doing. He kind of fell off a little bit after that. There were some injuries and stuff. But, yeah, Duncan Robinson he can do what he does, which is, you know, snipe three-pointers. And he's been doing it. And that's been an underrated factor for the Heat, I think. I mean, obviously Butler did what he did the other night, but that is an underrated factor for sure. Allen's been Jared Allen has played horribly. That last game on Sunday, it looked like something was wrong with him in the first half. Like he was just standing there. I don't know. It was very strange. That's why I said that he could, like, anyone on the Cavs that's not named Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, or Donovan Mitchell, they're on the trade block. And that's not me saying, like, I think that's an actual fact. Like, we could see a big-time move. We could see several. I mean, the NBA always has big-time moves, I feel like, the last few years, but the Cavs specifically, I could see making a big trade if they lose tonight or if they just lose the series in general. And I kind of went back and revisited. I don't know. I still put blame on JB Bickerstaff because I think his rotations have been horrible and he's failed to make literally any adjustments. But at the same time, I do want to let him off the hook a little bit because the GM just, I think, failed him. At the trade deadline, they didn't make any moves. Their bench is horrible. Like, I can't blame him for having to play some of these guys he's playing because they really just don't have anyone else. So, Caleb Martin's hit his points in all series. Yeah, he was big for them. He hit a couple big threes in that last game. When Jimmy went off, he hit a couple big threes. Let me see what the predictor has him at. Points. Predictor has him under, but I don't know. He has been good. Karis LeVert over 13.5 points was the prop that stuck out to me. So I think that he's going to play a lot again. I'm not sure if they will start him again or if they'll start Isaac Okoro. I don't know the answer to that. But we know that Karis LeVert's going to play more minutes than Okoro. Even if he doesn't start, he's going to play more minutes. And he's going to keep getting those open looks from three. He shoots much better at home in Cleveland. And I think over 13.5 for Karis LeVert points looks pretty good. So that's the one prop I was looking at tonight. Someone in chat had asked something about Karis LeVert anyway, so hopefully that answered your questions. But I do like him, and I think that I think he'll play much better at home. If you guys have any other NBA props you want to talk about, go ahead and ask. I'm going to pull up the live trends tool. We'll run through this baseball slate really quick, but I really just don't love anything. If you guys were wondering what the early play was, we hit the over 9.5, I believe, in the Toronto game, Toronto White Sox, and I'm pleased to tell you that it's the 8th inning and they're at 7 runs, all by the Blue Jays. So shout out to the White Sox. Have done literally nothing. Thank you. Like, what a just terrible team. Literally could have scored 2 runs, could have contributed at all. Braun, 15.5 rebounds plus assist. Hold on, I'll check real quick. Let's see. Off the top, that sounds fine because we were kind of talking about it last 2 days ago or whatever, whenever they last played. But Braun has been like, I know he made the shot in the 4th and then in overtime, but Braun has been like, I feel like taking a back seat more than he really ever has. I've never really seen him kind of just be content, like really letting the other guys, like they've been playing well. Like I'm not blaming him or saying it's a negative. I think it's a positive thing, but I've never really seen him like be content playing like this. And I do think it's helped him out. Predictor likes him. Predictor has him at like 14. So if if it's that close, if you really like it, I think it's fine to bet the over. All right, so we'll go start with baseball here. Scroll down. KC, Arizona, that game's about to start, so we'll skip that. Dodgers, Pirates. We have Ronzi Contreras on the mound for the Pirates. Tony Gonsolin on the mound for the Dodgers. If I had a lean here once again, I'd probably lean Pirates. Boy, did the Pirates really sold me yesterday, man. Blew a 5-run lead. We talked about their money line yesterday. On the stream, we talked about their money line, and they blew a 5-run lead. Was thinking under, just had to ask. Yeah. Whenever a 15.5, that's a high line. So we've kind of talked about that before back when we'd run through the NBA slates, but anytime the projections have it close, I wouldn't say just blindly follow them. I would say go with whatever you were leaning. So if you liked it under and we have it under, then that's fine. If you really liked it over, but it's one off, then go with the over. I think that I wouldn't let that deter you. Tillman PRAs. I like Tillman tonight. Tillman, it took Memphis a little while to realize it, but they have to play Xavier Tillman a lot in this series against the Lakers, given how they match up. Completely fine. I think he'll play a lot of minutes again. Tillman PRAs, I think that's fine. I might actually bet that. I'll go look at it after this. But I could see myself betting that maybe. For sure. Anyways, I would lean Pirates here, but I didn't put any plays in, but I'm mad at the Pirates for selling my play yesterday. They blew a 5-run lead, unfortunately. Mariners, Phillies. Some money coming in on the Phillies here. I don't really know. I mean, I think Kirby or not Kirby. Logan Gilbert, I think is the better pitcher slightly than Taijuan Walker, but I don't have a lean here. I think that if you wanted to look for props, Jared Kelenic is a spot I'd be considering to like get a hit or his total bases. I'm going to be playing him in DFS tonight, but he has a really good matchup against Taijuan Walker. Walker's actually reverse splitsy. He's better against righties than lefties, but he throws his splitter over 40% of the time to lefties. It's his most used pitch against left-handers this season, and Jared Kelenic has some of the best numbers on the team against splitters, over a 400 WOBA, over 250 ISO, and he's just been dialed in this year. I mean, the breakout seems like it's here to stay. He made a swing change in the offseason after he struggled last year. He's top 5 in expected WOBA overall in the entire MLB. He's top 20 in barrels per plate appearance. He's hitting the ball hard. So I think if you wanted to look for like a player prop, either total bases or like if you make a parlay of guys to get hits or something, Jared Kelenic sticks out to me in that game. Houston, Tampa, I mean, it's really tough to bet against Tampa right now, but I think I actually would lean Houston if I was picking a side in this game. I respect Hunter Brown. I think he's going to be a good pitcher, and I would lean towards them, but not a firm play, but I would lean Astros. Mets, Nationals. is interesting. Kodai Senga throwing for the Mets, Mackenzie Gore for the Nationals. I feel like this line is like a little high in favor of the Mets. I agree Senga is good, but he's had problems walking guys. It's kind of easy for him to run into a blow-up inning. He has nasty strikeout stuff, but it's easy for him to run into a blow-up inning because if he walks two guys and then one swing of the bat is a 3-run inning. So the Nationals stink. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But I mean, Mackenzie Gore's solid, and I think that the Mets are a little bit overvalued here. I definitely wouldn't lay minus 200 on them. If you want to put them in a parlay or something, that's fine. But I would probably stay away or maybe look to live bet the Mets or something if you like them. But I'm definitely not laying minus 200 on the Mets today. I could see the upset coming. Oh, my God, Manchester City almost scored again. I don't know how he missed that. Braves, Marlins. This is the game that one of my plays is from. I'm going to put half a unit sprinkle here on the Marlins money line. Sandy Alcantara is pitching for the Marlins. Elder is going for the Braves. Elder looks like he could be good eventually, but we already know that Sandy Alcantara is pretty good. I think he's getting a little bit undervalued here, even though it's in Atlanta. If you don't want to bet the full game money line, you could look at that first 5-inning money line and hope that they jump out to a 1 or 2 run lead and Sandy kind of shoves until he's out of the game. But I like the Marlins here. I'm going to be on the Marlins, a little half unit sprinkle on the money line. That's probably my favorite play for this nighttime slate. Padres, Cubs, Drew Smyly against Michael Wacha. Drew Smyly coming off that gem he pitched against the Dodgers. He struck out like double digits. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. It's pretty much a pick 'em right now. I think I would lean Cubs, I think. I know there's some money on the Padres, but we talked about it yesterday. The Padres, even though they have a ton of great hitters, they've really struggled against left-handed pitching this season, and they did it again last night. Now, Justin Steele, I think, is significantly better pitcher than Drew Smyly, but they've just struggled to hit left-handed pitching. And at a pick 'em, I think I prefer Smyly to Michael Wacha. Cubs bats have been decently hot, so I think I lean Cubs here at a pick 'em if you're looking for a play. A's, Angels. The A's are horrible, but I mean, Patrick Sandoval being a minus 240 favorite is just insane. So I don't know. I cannot bet the Angels at that, but the A's suck. End of the day, they're going to lose 100, 110 games easy. So, it's probably profitable to just bet on them most days. Cardinals, Giants, there's some money on the Cardinals. But I don't like Steven Matz, so I'm not betting on Steven Matz. So the over, there's some sharp money on the over. I think if I was picking a lean here, I'd go over 60% of the bets, but over 80% of the money. So there's some big money on the over. I like the over in this game, and I might put that in. So I'm probably putting in Marlins money line for half a unit, and I might put a unit on this Cardinals Giants over 8.5. Other than that, I gave out the NBA teaser. If you guys missed that, we're going 7-point teaser plus 110, double our money, get in, get out. Cavs plus 1.5, Grizzlies plus 3, Warriors plus 5.5. That's my NBA play today. Hopefully you guys got in on Manchester City because there was like a 5-minute window where they hadn't scored. Now they're winning. So you could look to bet them over. I don't know what their goal team total is now that they scored, but you can maybe look to bet them over goals. But with that being said, I think that about does it. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back on Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll recap today. We'll go through, like I said, prop bets for the NFL draft. I'll be giving out some of those tomorrow on the stream, and we'll look at baseball and NBA as well. So good luck with your bets tonight, guys. If you need anything further, I'll be in Discord, betkarmachat.com. Download the BetKarma app. Get free access to this live trends tool every single day. Click the chat room link in the app. Join the Discord. Good luck with your bets tonight. I will see you guys on Thursday.